striker chest piece on. Oh my damage, 1.5 mil. These guys are struggling to kill a Chungus over here. There's like 2 of them shooting at it, shooting marshmallows at it immediately. I'm critting for 1.9 mil, by the way. With the first bloom. People say this gun sucks, right? Look at that damage. Does this gun suck, chat? Does this gun suck, chat? I don't think so. Yeah, this gun does so much. Getting pocketed by Refactor while I'm dealing millions of damage. This build goes crazy! Holy damage. Sheesh.
Gate control located.
And you're telling me this build isn't meta? Like what? Look at that damage.
So here's the build. I'm basically rocking an MK46 that I did craft, right? It is craftable if you can get the blueprint. I do have max crit chance rolled onto it with a prototype, but it doesn't have to be prototype to be effective in this build, right? That's just like a bonus, okay? And it does have frenzy on it. You want frenzy on your LMG 100%. MK46 goes hard. It has 150 bullets in the mag. I do think that is better than the GR9 that I've recommended in the past for a build guide, because the GR9 has 250 bullets in the mag, right? But unfortunately, with Frenzy procced, you can't really shoot all 250 bullets from the GR9 while Frenzy is active, because it's too many bullets in the magazine, and then Frenzy ends up running out before you're out of bullets. So you're shooting like normal damage, normal RPM bullets at the end of the magazine, just to proc Frenzy again. And I think 150 rounds in the MK46 is way better than 250 in the GR9. And then for secondary, I am using the first bloom. I don't have Echo on it yet. I'm working on that. I do have it prototyped, and it got damage to targets out of cover. This came out of the gear cache for the Cherry Blossom event. I got super lucky to get DMG to targets out of cover on that. Now, for the rest of the build, I'm rocking the Quick Step pistol, right? Obviously. And then I have my striker backpack, 4-piece striker with the chest piece, right? Like, you need the chest piece in the backpack for this build. And I do have the Hollow Man mask, prototyped for max health damage. It's got 21% health damage on there. That's awesome, right? Like, I'm shredding through red health guys like it's nothing. Like, they just die instantly. And then there's a lot of red health guys in Escalation, even on tier 5. Like, you'd be surprised. There's so many of them, right? And then I do have the Grupo Sombra gloves instead of the Overdogs. Don't sleep on Grupo Sombra or Cheska in a build, because Grupo Sombra 1-piece brand set bonus just gives you a flat out 13% crit hit damage increase. And if you don't need crit hit damage and you're low on crit hit chance, I would recommend a Cheska gloves instead, for the 8% crit hit chance for the 1-piece set bonus, right? And I did roll crit chance and crit damage onto every piece in this build. I will say, as far as the Grupo gloves go, the reason I'm rocking Grupo gloves or Cheska gloves in this build, depending on what you need for crit chance or damage, right? It's better than the Overdogs. Overdogs, not only do I have 22% weapon damage on these gloves because they're prototyped, and you cannot prototype exotics in this moment in the game. Exotics are not prototypable, so exotics have been power crept. Specifically, the Overdogs, I have an issue with that exotic. Everybody thinks it's such a good exotic, right? And situationally it is, but situationally it can also be a bad exotic for you to use, because specifically in certain situations where there's like a Chungus and a red health guy walking around, or like a purple health guy, right? When that purple health or that red health enemy is alive in the room, then you're not getting any bonus damage to the Chungus. You're trying to shoot the Chungus, the Overdogs are doing nothing for you in that moment. So it's like, really, I think it holds back my potential, right, with my build if I have it on. So that's why I've opted to not use overdogs anymore, because I think I'd rather have something that helps me all the time. And that's why I'm not using contractor's gloves with this build, because I do use the first bloom sometimes, right, as my secondary. That way I can have something that helps both weapons, right? Crit damage is going to help both of my weapons, and the Hollow Man is going to help both of my weapons, health damage, right, on the Hollow Man, versus overdogs that is going to situationally not even be active in the middle of a gunfight. So that's why I don't use overdogs. Let's take a look at my stats real quick. I'm rocking 53% crit hit chance with 146% crit hit damage. All right, now my skills, I'm rocking the decoy skill that's very, very useful in escalation, okay? Like, you throw a decoy out, it takes the heat off of you. The enemy shoot at the decoy. It's super helpful. It saves lives. Now, I also have the Reviver Hive equipped. Obviously, you want to have the Reviver Hive, right? Weapon attachments, I've gone for the large pouch from the gunner specialization on the MK46, and then I have crit chance on the grip and the scope, and I have crit damage on the muzzle. And then for the secondary, the first bloom, I have the sturdy extended mag for 50 round mag total. And then I have a crit chance optic and a crit chance muzzle on it immediately. And that's about it. So, thanks for watching, and that's about it.